Veteran journalist Michael Sharpe, who is currently the managing director of the cable station Jamaica News Network, owned by the RJR Communication Group, is in hospital in critical condition. He was admitted to the University Hospital of the West Indies after reportedly having an adverse reaction to a COVID-19 vaccine. Mr. Sharpe has made sterling contributions to the local media landscape. More in this report.
Veteran journalist, broadcaster and educator Michael Sharpe, who was a popular primetime draw on TVJ News for over a decade, has a journalism career spanning radio, cable television and the internet. A trail-blazing figure, Mr. Sharpe has in Jamaica's shifting media landscape been a constant for over 40 years and has taught and mentored many of Jamaica's new cadre of journalists. An investigative journalist, he is known for asking probing questions and demanding answers even when the truth is uncomfortable. Mr. Sharpe is heavily invested in seeking out and telling the truth, heavily invested in what happens in the lives of Jamaicans, heavily invested in the future of Jamaica.
Hi, I'm Michael Sharpe. Been covering crime scenes for many, many years. Has developed a form of immunity, if you may, and therefore it's easier for you to deal and go to the next one. However, it is always troubling when one has to address a crime scene involving a child or children. It really gets to your gut, and it is very, very challenging to deal with even days after, because you consider most of all the innocence, and you ask the question, why? And you start to put through your mind the different images of your own children, your own family's children, and those who you know and those who you care for. And therefore it makes covering a scene, a tragic scene with a child, that more difficult. The one that comes to mind certainly is one that was done in St. Catherine. It's alleged that a man of unsound mind carved off a face of a 5-year-old. And the child was found in bushes. It was a very moving night for myself and my cameraman. We shed tears because it was not only tragic, but it was callous and brutal and always will remain in my mind. But what it does, though, at the same time, is to cause you to think about the parents. And that is why we cover it. We cover it because it is not in the natural order of things. Children should bury their parents. And when parents are burying children, there is something fundamentally wrong. And we carry it not only because it is news and will be carried, but we do so with the hope that somehow, somewhere, it might reflect on those who have a chance to save, to take care of, to find out where are your children, where is your child.
Few reporters understand the intricacies of Jamaica's political landscape like Mr. Sharpe, and he has nimbly navigated its potential landmines even as he continuously works to keep the electorate well informed. He has held many senior positions in the RJR Communications Group, including senior news editor, news anchor for TVJ, and hosted a number of in-depth news shows. He is seen by many as an exceptional journalist whose passion for news makes him a respected voice.
Welcome back to a special edition of Insight.
A very resourceful and seasoned journalist, Mr. Sharpe is a forward thinker. He fills every room with his presence and does not shy away from voicing his opinions. He wanted the narrative of Jamaica's fight against the COVID-19 pandemic to be accurate and, by his own accounting, documented when he got the vaccine.
Then hold on to your phone.
I'm over here in life, hold on to your brush. Hold on to your cotton. I can't go home now.
No.
You
You do? Alright, lovely.
Not patient.
Alright.
He was admitted to the University Hospital of the West Indies and is currently receiving exceptional care. We at the PBCJ pray for his speedy recovery. For the news on PBCJ, I'm Carol Francis.